Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. And if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us where you live and what you do for a living.
My name is Elliot Eckstein, and I am the owner of Buried Stone Farms. We do meat distribution, and we are farmers as well as meat distributors. That's about what I do.
And where are you located?
I'm located in Rock, Michigan, which is in Upper Michigan.
Awesome.
A lot of people call it God's country.
Cool. So can you just tell us how you got the idea for your business?
My wife and I have been kind of farming just hobby stuff and a little bit selling here and there for probably about 5 years. I come from a family that ran a business for 147 years in the windows and doors industry. Radford Windows and Doors is what it was called. And so I have a sense of business in general. I just kind of decided, well, maybe we try to make a business out of this. And a friend of mine, he owned a big shade company. He kind of gave me the push by talking to me on his boat one day about really making this into a real business. And I did that, and it just took off. My wife and I both have been very successful in this industry.
Awesome. So in terms of what you do specifically, can you just kind of talk about what exactly the products are that you sell and just how you differentiate yourself from your competition?
So the big thing with us is we do local meats that are only high quality. I do not try to go for the cheapest price possible. I don't try to get the cheapest thing possible. I've been doing this long enough. I know what to look for in animals, farmers in general. And I've perfected my own method to provide the best quality meat products to people. So we use that method that I use. I personally look at what each product that we sell is going to look like, where it comes from, and we use our network that I took quite a long time to build. But the big thing with us is we give just when it comes to our network, we really make sure that they're taken care of. And in return, they make sure we're taken care of. And then with what I sell, I have here, I am able to provide kind of a basis for people that don't know what they need to do. They can kind of see how we do it. And then I end up helping them to be able to not have to worry at the end of the year, hey, am I going to sell all these cows or not? That's kind of how we do it. And we sell everything from pork, chicken, beef, Wagyu, lamb. I haven't gotten into goat or anything like that, but we sell a wide range of products because as I go back to business, in a business, one business doesn't just do one thing. You don't make money that way. You'll never make. The best way to keep a business going is to have multiple streams of revenue and to make sure that you're able to provide products all year round. You're not forcing your customers to only buy once a year. People don't like that. They want to be able to buy a product all year round. We're in an Amazon world now. We're not in a world where people really understand that things take time. You got to take that and you've got to put that aside. Well, that's kind of how we do things.
For sure. So in terms of your business, can you just give us a breakdown? Is it mostly direct to consumer? Do you do retail, food service? What does that look like for you?
I do, without going too much into detail on that, I do all different streams of revenue. We don't just do direct to consumer. We do direct to consumer, absolutely. But we do a lot of different streams of revenue to be able to provide constant income.
For sure. So what does a typical day look like for you?
Typical day is, honestly, I drive semi part-time right now. So I drive and I work out of my semi truck. I make phone calls and call people and pull over once in a while and send a text saying, hey, or send an email real quick, and that's how I do it currently. And, on the farm, day-to-day operations, without going into detail on how we do it, literally, I probably work on my farm only once or twice a week.
Okay.
I don't have to, with how I run my farm, I don't need to do that. I don't need to be out there every day, working on things because I took first of all, I spent the money to set it up to be easy. A lot of times guys are like, oh, I saved all this money doing this or that or whatever. But yeah, but where's your time going? Do you think about that? A lot of guys don't. They don't think about their time. And that's the difference. That's what really matters when it comes to running a farm that's a business, is you can't think of it as just a farm. You have to think of it as a business. And if you can't do that, it'll be very difficult for you.
But your wife helps you run it, correct? Or is it just you by yourself?
She helps me run it. She does the business end of it. She goes out and helps me with like calves and stuff like that and things like that. But honestly, a lot of it is ran by me.
For sure. So in terms of like your business, like what for you defines success?
For me, define success. Well, let me put it this way. When I started this business, all I wanted to do was pay for hay. And I've done way more than that. So to me, the success part, honestly, I've already achieved. But moving forward to make it more successful, it would be to be able to have this go until I then pass it to my children. I always tell my best friend, he owns a different business as well. And I said, think Jimmy Dean, buddy. That's my goal. I want to be that big. But I also want to have a success. The other thing that really defines success to me is I truly care about quality of my product. So I would love to have the Jimmy Dean size, but with the quality that we currently have and really changing the industry. Nobody's going to change the industry by complaining on Facebook about how much the industry sucks. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to care. That I would love to change the industry to be where American made high quality is always priority. Humanely treated animals is always priority. And that's success to me.
For sure. So as of now, I mean, how old are your kids? Are they getting involved in the business, or are they still kind of too young to understand what's going on?
They're too young. We're currently right now, my daughter is 4. And my son is 2. But, my great-great-grandfather came from Ireland and passed the business down until 2011.
Wow.
And that was in the 1800s. So, to get that going again is my own success personally. That's where my goals. I want to keep that going again.
For sure. So how do you market your business? Do you run Facebook ads, Google? Like, what have you done to really scale this business?
What do I do that scales the business? I don't mess with Facebook. I don't pay any ads to Facebook. I don't do any of that. I'll say this, it's a lot of footwork. That's what will get your business going. And really always focusing on, is this worth my time? Is my time being paid for? If you can remember that, you will not waste your time, and you won't waste your time on things that aren't going to work. I tried to do a Facebook ad. I got like 5 views. Okay. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is a multi-billionaire for a reason. He knows how to make money. That doesn't mean he knows how to advertise. That doesn't mean it's, you have to do, you can't just say it's one thing to do it. And like I said, you need to, I'm not going to disclose what really scaled my business because honestly, that might not be good for me. But what scales it is a thought process that I have. This is my thought process. How much time am I spending on this? Can I go do this another way that's way less time, more time with my family, and it still makes some money?
For sure. So kind of like finding out ways to delegate, but also keep things high level and personalized. That way your customers really feel that genuine interaction. And then once they buy from you, they keep, coming back because, as you mentioned earlier, you have a very high quality product that separates you from your competition.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, a lot of times have a product that sells and you'll never have to advertise.
Exactly. So what would you say is like the biggest challenge you face overall in the business right now?
The biggest challenge that I face, honestly, is hiring people. Because when you're trying to hire somebody, you can't just say, oh, you want to work? That's cool. Just because you want to work, I'm going to hire you. You need to duplicate yourself. You need to duplicate what you have. You need somebody that's trustworthy and wants to work. And I'm going to be honest, nowadays, I'm 33 and a lot of people my age, they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. And so that is my biggest challenge right now. Delegating my time from my family is always important. And, delegating that business time to your family time. That's very important. And in fact, if you run a business and you want to have a successful business, I can tell you this, that making sure you put your family number one above that business at all times will actually make you successful. No matter if you make somebody mad or not, you still need to put your family above your business.
So true. So obviously now in 2024, many companies use high level technology like AI. So do you currently use AI?
If I use AI right now, sometimes to generate emails.
Got it.
Again, it goes to that time factor. Okay, so AI can figure out something cool to type out. I can real quick fix it, and then I send it out. And it takes me, instead of an hour, it takes me 25 minutes. Go out and do something way more productive while that does something different,
For sure. What about, it could be thought about AI for like customer service?
Honestly, I've called companies that have it, and because I personally have called and gotten quite aggravated doing it, I don't do that. I believe in the personal. My big thing with my business is personal connection. That connection, whether it's you and a customer service over the phone, just being very kind, able to talk, getting that personal connection, that'll get you more business. That'll get you people to say to so-and-so, hey, this guy has a really good customer service, and that so-and-so might have a couple $1 million to spend on something from his business, and he's not going to look for just any guy. He's not going to look for somebody that's going to just provide him a robot to talk to. Guarantee it. Those people, they, at least in America, they want to talk to somebody.
For sure. What would you say is like the one biggest piece of advice that you wish you knew before you started this business?
Biggest thing I wish I would have known is to just take time, delegate that time, because I learned a little harder to do that, and I wish I would have done it right away. That time factor, that everything will be there, that sale will be there tomorrow. It'll be there tomorrow. That person that's complaining, they'll be there tomorrow. That's the biggest thing that I've grown to really get better. And the other thing is to remember that you don't have to have a massive farm to do this. You don't need to do that. A lot of guys out there, they say that. That's not true.
Yeah, no, that's so true. So if we're going to have this conversation again in 1 year from now, where do you see things going for your business?
I see my things going to where I am going to be not driving semi, let me put it that way, and being more involved in other avenues of the meat industry that are good, and also profits and sales just skyrocket. The trajectory of this has been exponential. And I'm going to tell you, it was not because of Facebook. That you hear a lot of people say that, and it's like, well, your Facebook is kind of capitalizing right now on getting people to do that on ads for this industry, because they get these guys thinking that this is the way to go. And I can foresee myself really doing well. My business friends, they're like, you've done phenomenal, and that's what I could foresee for my business.
That's amazing, and we're rooting for you. So if somebody watching this wanted to reach out, do you mind sharing your website or social media, or I guess best ways to get in contact?
Best ways to get in contact with me is to either, you can go on our social media page, you can go on to our website, you can give me a direct call. Our website is buriedstonefarms.com. Our email is buriedstonefarms@gmail.com. And my phone number is 231-683-8801. Should be on the website. Or you can message us right on Facebook and kind of get in contact with us. And if you need anything, we would be more than willing to talk. And like I said, if there's farmers in the area that are watching this between here and would like to grow the network in general, we're open to that, and we would love to talk to you to be able to do that.
Awesome. Well, Elliot, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Dan. You have a good one.
You too. All right, bye.
Yeah, bye.